Hey Mary, how's it going?
Fine. Well, as good as can be expected. How's things with you?
Just finished writing for that grant, so good for now. Have you figured out what research project you want to do?
No. Still working on it. Man. It feels like I'll spend the rest of my life reading journals. That's all I have been doing since I got here.
It will get easier once you've chosen a topic. You'll be able to narrow the reading.
So, tell me about this grant you applied for.
Well, actually I applied for two. One for NSF and the other for NIH. I really hope I get the NSF grant. You get $30,000 per year plus funds for materials and equipment. I applied last year and the year before without success. Hopefully the third time is the charm. If I get it, I won't have to teach anymore, which will free up a lot of time to finish up my research and write my dissertation.
Wow. $30,000 per year. Sounds great. That's twice as much as we were getting now if you take fees into account. I wish we could hold jobs other than teaching. My TA salary is just not cutting it, and I'm having to take out so many loans just to get by.
Don't forget about the salary cuts the administration just passed. I thought $18,000 per year was rough. We'll see what 16 feels like. It wouldn't be so bad if we didn't have to pay so much in fees each year.
Ah, don't remind me. When I first got here, I calculated our hourly pay. I didn't realize we would have to work so many hours when I decided to come. Anyway, I calculated it at a 60-hour work week, which is a low estimate, and we were getting paid a whopping $6.25 per hour. It's more like $4.51 per hour if you take the fees into account. I don't know about you, but I often work more than 60 hours per week, especially if you include grading all of the lab reports. I timed it last time and it took me a total of 13 hours to grade my 2 sections.
How long are you spending on each report?
About 15 minutes per report. I comment a good deal so they know how to improve, but most time is spent correcting grammar.
There's your problem. You're spending way too long grading each report. I would try taking a timer home and only spend 5 minutes grading each report. Before you grade, know what you want to find and count off if it is not included. You can only count off a few points for grammar, so if the grammar is bad, just take the points, but don't try to fix everything. This way you'll only spend about 4 or 5 hours grading each week.
5 minutes doesn't seem like very much time, but I'll try it. I'm starting to feel a little guilty. We're getting paid to teach, but I keep being told that teaching should be the lowest of our priorities.
Really? I've always been told that classes are the lowest. I was told if I make an A in the class, then I'm not spending enough time in the lab.
I guess I'm lucky then. Dr. Jordan doesn't worry about how much you're in the lab as long as you get your work done.
I'm about to bring a cotton pillow and take up residence in my lab until my research is finished. I only wish I were joking. I can't wait to be done, but I'm not looking forward to presenting to my committee.
Yeah, I have to choose mine as soon as I nail down a project idea. It seems nerve-wracking presenting to a select few. By the way, when you defend your thesis, will it be open or closed to the public?
Well, I want to say closed just because of how Mike's defense went, but I'm going to try and schedule it so certain people won't be able to come.
Good. I'll make sure to be there. Speaking of Mike, has he found a job yet?
No, not yet. He's gone to interviews, but they either have extremely outdated equipment that he can't work with, or they don't want to pay him enough. He told me he wanted to start at $70,000 per year. So I guess they're offering less.
It almost doesn't seem worth it for 9 years of school. Has he applied to any universities?
He doesn't want to work at a university. A college professor's salary is about $60,000 per year, and the only attraction was a tenure position. Stability. But now it's getting increasingly harder to get a tenure track position, and if you do not get tenure, then you have to leave. Have you heard about Dr. Schmidt? She didn't get tenure, so this is her last academic year here. It's sad, she's only been here 5 years, but she was one of my favorite teachers and lecturers.
Do you know where she'll go?
No, not sure. Maybe she'll try a different university.
So, if she can get tenure there either, then she'll have to go somewhere else.
Yes, I believe so.
Then what are we doing this for?
For the love of science, of course.
Okay, here's some fun facts for everyone. The Graduate Employees and Student Organization of Yale University released data saying 70% of undergraduate teaching contact hours at Yale are performed by transient teachers. Graduate teachers, adjunct instructors, and other teachers not on the tenure track. Transient teachers' lack of institutional support compromises the quality of educational experience they are able to provide. To resolve the current problems, Yale must both hire more tenure-track faculty, who already receive support for teaching, mentoring and research, and also improve the working conditions for transient teachers. A union for graduate teachers can improve working conditions and the institutional support graduate teachers receive from the university, thereby benefiting undergraduate education. Yale is a rare exception that allows graduate student unions in the United States.
On average, students on a TA salary receive $14,888 per year. Also, a PhD is typically completed in 5 to 7 years after a bachelor's degree. Anyone who wants to pursue a career in academia must complete a 4-year postdoc, which pays on average $40,000 per year, but generally requires a 60 to 80-hour work week. The average annual salary for PhDs in biochemistry is between $62,480 and $90,810. The average annual salary for PhDs in biological sciences is between $59,200 and $74,670, and the average annual salary for PhDs in microbiology is between $52,200 and $99,650 according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
This is what the Bureau of Labor Statistics had to say about the job prospects of biological scientists. Doctoral degree holders are expected to face high competition for basic research positions in academia. Furthermore, should the number of advanced degrees awarded continue to grow, applicants for research grants are likely to face even more competition. Currently, about 1 in 4 grant proposals are approved for long-term research projects. In general, applied research positions in private industry are somewhat easier to obtain, but may become more competitive if increasing numbers of scientists seek jobs in private industry because of the difficulty finding positions in colleges and universities.
Graduate students are responsible for undergraduate learning in both educational and research laboratories, and they provide the majority of research manpower working 60 to 80 hours a week. Upon completion of degrees, most have taken out student loans due to low salary. The positions available pay much less than other positions that require the same amount of schooling, such as doctors, lawyers, and pharmacists. Being entrusted with this much responsibility, shouldn't these students at least be paid a living wage?